Hey family, welcome to week 22 of your GKIS app. This is one of my very favorite weeks because we're going to go over the brain hacks of video gaming. So even if you're not a gamer yet, if you're on the internet, you're going to see some of these very manipulative techniques that are designed to get you to keep playing and keep spending. So here we go. Okay, so I've mentioned the GKIS blog a couple times, which is our over 200 researched, credible articles that are only 1,000 words, a quick read that go over all kinds of interesting topics regarding family life, parenting, and screen media. And this is one of the most difficult articles that I've ever written, but I also think it's one of the most valuable. One of the challenges of writing this article is that I'm trying to explain in very simple terms the complex manipulation that game developers and big tech have baked into video games. And I titled the article, Teaching Kids the Brain Traps of Video Games May Break the Spell. Now, I said that because my clients and my kids helped me with the content on this article. And I found that the more and more I taught it to gamers in my practice, the more they became aware and informed as consumers. And some even quit playing the games that were highly manipulative for in-game purchases, like Fortnite. So let's go over some of those brain traps so that you too can recognize when you play. Now, this is a very complex slide. I'm not going to go over it in detail. I just want to point out that this learning psychology Foursquare big tech knows a lot about. They know how to encourage our behavior by giving us rewards like battle passes, V-Bucks, points, by staying on the game, which is the behavior they want to encourage. They give us more access to teams and skins and supplies. They provide cool sounds and graphics, lots of choices and bonuses and levels that we feel are very rewarding and keep us playing. But they also have figured out how to make us anxious, which is what we call an aversive. When a game dishes up something that's uncomfortable to us, we really want to be relieved of that anxiety. So we call that urgency. It gives us time limits in dangerous situations so that we're playing really hard. And that anxiety while we're playing is relieved when we find something with team help, with a win, or when we make a purchase. Now, they discourage us from getting off screen by punishing us and giving us an aversive. They punish us with injury to our character or death, feelings of frustration, humiliation, and anger, because loss hurts and we don't want to lose. So that keeps us from getting off screen. The other thing that keeps us from getting off screen is we don't want to lose our edge. We don't want to lose our life points, our team standing, our access to the playing field or critical items. So the programmers take advantage of all four types of very sneaky techniques that keep us playing and keep us from leaving the game. So you know that 90% of human existence, we were hunters and gatherers. And so our brains are still largely developed to be ancient humans. Video game programmers know that. So they have some hacks built in that would have made our primitive selves super happy and make our modern selves super engaged and happy too. Some of these include building and defending community. Video games offer us this community by giving us a tribe, right? We have other players that we play with, and with them, we build our communities and we defend it. We get mentored by better players, and we get access to being leaders to our tribe. That gives us social capital. In other words, it gives us bragging rights so that other people really look up to us. And those are some of the things that helped us stay as a community as modern humans. If we show that we're really adept at hunting and gathering and leadership, then we were able to stay within that tribe. So as a result, you see that video games really take advantage of tribe building and hunting and gathering and also building communities. They also have some hacks that get us, ooh, I wrote gamblering, but it's gambling. They keep us gambling. For example, they give us opportunity to earn profit into our maybe virtual bank accounts. There's also this thing called the near miss effect. It turns out that when you just miss a goal, the same neurons fire in your brain as if you got that goal. And that's why gamblers keep gambling even though they lose money, because the thrill of a near miss is equally rewarding as an actual win. They also use slot machine strategies in video games, meaning they have a variable ratio of reinforcement. They give us rewards just here and there, maybe after 3 tries, maybe after 10, maybe after 2. It varies. The reward comes at us in a variable timing sequence because they found that people will keep pulling the slot machine lever or will keep gaming if we get rewards scattered at unpredictable intervals. And finally, the brain hacks that keep us spending is they send influencers that we look up to or who make us laugh, who creative and funny, who we'd want to hang out with in regular life, like the crazy aunts and uncles. Those influencers often trick us into spending and gambling and buying. And I have lots of articles for you to read more about that. They give us a sense of urgency, which I'm going to talk about when we go into marketing next week, which means that it's a time limited thing. And so we feel really anxious to keep playing, or else we're going to lose points or lose opportunity. Scarcity means that it's only going to be available to us at a limited time. And upsells are if they get us spending once on a little thing, they promise us bigger and bigger things. We call these upsells in marketing, meaning that they get you to spend a little, they're going to get you to spend even more. So what are some brain hacks that keep us addicted? I went over some of this with your parents already. Well, it turns out that video games really get neurons firing in the pleasure center of our brains. They offer us collectibles that we compulsively collect, meaning that we just want, because the more cool stuff that we collect, the more satisfied we feel. And they offer us starter bundles, like free gifts, right? And brand new fresh seasons. The free gifts get the newbies in because they want to like get this free stuff. And fresh content gets older players continuing to play. It turns out that video game creates a tolerance, meaning that we need more and more to get the same effect. And video games do ramp up rewards in order to keep us hooked. And oftentimes when we get off of video games, we go through withdrawal, meaning we feel the opposite of how we felt on the game. Instead of feeling excited and jazzed up and intense, we feel depressed, tired, irritable, and cranky. And when we're off, we also have a craving for more, meaning FOMO. We have a fear of missing out. So by keeping us knowing that our team members are playing without us or that we might be missing out on points, it keeps us from staying off for very long. So for your family exercise this week, I know that was a lot to cover. Go back over some of those points. Read that article that I wrote for you guys and have a discussion about what is it that you find rewarding and what do you find punishing about the screen activities that you enjoy. It's not just video games that have those manipulative tactics baked in. It's also websites that we shop on, social media apps that we share on, and anything that we browse when we're looking at stuff that we enjoy online. So anyway, thanks for hanging in there with me. I know I covered a lot very quickly, but I did promise you guys very quick videos so it doesn't feel like a long lecture. So go back over it at your own pace, and you now will be a lot more equipped to not fall victim to those sneaky brain hacks that are baked into your screen activities. All right, I'll see you next week. This is Dr. Tracy Bennett from Get Kids Internet Safe. Take care of yourselves and each other.